Savon Scarver is a senior wide receiver for the Aggies. What he does is returns kickoffs for touchdowns. He has 6 of those, one away from the NCAA history book record of all time. But he does more than that. You catch passes, you do other things, and this is the last time you go around with the Aggies.
Yes, sir. This is my last year going around with the Aggies. I've been there since 2017. I've come a long way. We still haven't accomplished the one goal that has been our biggest goal as a team, which is to win the Mountain West Championship. So we've been working hard this season and during the summer, having PRPs, working with Coach Paul Jackson. He's been getting stronger, faster, and bringing a lot of energy out and bringing energy to the team, and we're using that as fuel to propel people forward. And I've seen a lot of guys that were struggling last year take a lot of steps forward, and they're going to be ready to go for that first game.
I would have thought last year would have been a struggle for a lot of people. That's a very unusual season. How was it for you to get through that?
It was a little bit of adversity, because COVID affected the world, not just football. It affected the world. I had family pass away from it, so it was a big deal. And I'm glad that we're finding ways to maneuver through this. And right now there's like a new Delta spreading out, so I recommend that everybody stay safe, get vaccinated, because I want to play games, and I know my guys on the team definitely want to play games. And I know if we don't get vaccinated, there could be a mishap, and they could end up like last season where we forfeit the games if we have people out. So it's very different, but I'm just excited that we're moving forward on from COVID though, and we actually have a season.
What's the derivation of your first name? I've never known anybody named Savon.
Where does it come from is what you're asking?
Yeah.
So my father actually said it came from a movie that Ice Cube was in, and his name was Savon. He's a main character. His name was Savon in the movie. That's where he said he got it from.
The team's in a huddle. They're going out for a kickoff. They call. Is it going to be right return or whatever? Like the blocking's going to be set up on the right side. So does it always go that way? Has there ever been a time when, on these, especially when you're really good returns, when things didn't go so well, so you just freelanced and still made it work?
Oh, yeah, we always got a game plan. We follow what Coach say. I always follow what Coach is saying because I trust him. Even with this new coaching staff, Coach Primsky, Coach P coming out, got some good plays for us. That's going to get us into the end zone. So, it's always about not just me. It's always about the other 10 guys on the field who are helping me get to the end zone. So, we got game plan ready, and we're going to stick to it. And when it's time to go, we're going to succeed.
But so maybe once or twice, there has been a time when you had to break it off and just get out of there.
Oh, there definitely has been a few times where I've had to go away from what was written down. But, for the most part, I try to stick to what Coach wants. But when you're out there, anything can happen, so you got to think on the fly and think fast, move fast.
Tell us about this new coaching staff and Coach Anderson.
Coach Anderson, I love him. Real high-energy guy, really genuine. I could tell that he's really about his players. And I love all the new coaches that are here. They're here not because it's just business. They're here because they want to win games. Coming from these bigger schools, coming to Utah State because they have love for the game and they want to help us succeed and get us to where we want to be. So it feels good.
What was the recruiting story for you? Did you have a lot of choices? Who recruited you from Utah State, and how did you make the decision?
I was really going to run track. I ended up missing signing day for football and for track, and then Utah State actually got me because my quarterback in high school, Jamal Evans, actually was coming to Utah State, and wide receiver Javon Bownight, wide receiver coach, he actually came to my school to check me and Jamal out, and he told me to come on a visit up to Utah State, and I came, and then I committed that night because I had already missed signing day for both sports that I wanted to pursue. So it was definitely a blessing in disguise, and I'm grateful for Coach Wells and Coach Javon Bownight giving me the chance and giving me opportunity to play at D1.
Well, Aggie fans are glad you're here and wishing you the best for one final season. Good luck, Savon.
I appreciate you guys. Hey, Aggie up. Love you guys, man.
Let's talk to Shaq Bond now. Here's another veteran, a defensive back, safety from Decatur, Illinois. How does a guy get from Decatur, Illinois to the high mountains of Utah?
It was a long journey. It was a nice journey. Started off going at a baseball college for a year and a half, and then ended up leaving that scholarship to go play junior college ball in San Diego, which was hard, going from getting meals to, going to do things by yourself. But it was a nice blessing. I played only 6 games there. I was a receiver the first half, ended up switching to safety due to, not getting tick. And I thought that was one of my worst times in life, and it ended up being the best because I ended up having 8 picks in 6 games and then coming out with a decent amount of offers.
Was there a time when baseball was the thing you wanted to pursue then?
Oh, yeah, baseball is still something I would pursue. I would say I'm actually pretty I would say better than at baseball than football, but football I get to be a little more competitive, show a little more competitive edge. Baseball, I wouldn't say it was just getting easy, but I couldn't compete with others the way I wanted to. Baseball is kind of a yourself competition game. Your numbers, you're this or you're, but I was more of a we or us. I wanted to do stuff as a team, like have more fun with players instead of just being an individual stat.
What did you play defensively? I mean, where did you feel most confident on baseball field?
I've never played anywhere other than center field. I played a little bit of left, but every coach I've played for has put me in center and told me to stay there.
Well, that's where you use your speed then, right?
Yes, sir, and it's just like playing safety.
So again, is that something in your near future? What do you think?
Yes, sir. My plan is to go a few years in the NFL, and then after that, once I start getting a little older, I want to go ahead and take my talents back to the major leagues just to, take stress off my body and just to have fun, do things in life, a lot of people don't get to do. So just being blessed to be able to do both sports.
Shaq Bond is 4th all-time in USU school history in 193 interception yards. His first Aggie interception was a 100-yarder 3 seasons ago against New Mexico. I assume you'll never forget that. Talk about the game situation and so forth.
No, that was a great day. Going into that year, that was my first year here at Utah State. I had a lot of interceptions going into fall camp, so I was, really ready to come into the season with a decent amount of interceptions. And I didn't get my first one until week 8, and it just so happened to be 100 yards. And that was one of the best feelings, just hearing a crowd roar, a college crowd at that, and it was nice.
We were scanning through stats to find out, looking at all your numbers, what would Shaq Bond's best game be? There was a 12-tackle game against San Diego State, things like that. Interceptions play a part. But what would you say off the top of that question? The best game I ever played was what at Utah State?
Man, that's a hard one. I would say the best game I ever played where I felt like I showcased a decent amount of things at once would either be going against San Diego State or going against Nevada. San Diego State, I would say I showed, like you said, a lot of versatility of tackling open field, in gaps, wherever you need me. And then Nevada, just showing my sideline to sideline range, that really kind of put that on film just to give you a glimpse of what that is.
You give me your opinion, like Savon did, of this new coaching staff, and particularly who's coaching you.
The new coaching staff is great. We love them. They bring in a lot of energy. They bring a lot of guys in with them, and a lot of good players. Not players that's coming in thinking they're top notch or this and that. There's players that's coming in willing and ready to work. Actually get down and learn the system. And Coach Bonda, who is our coach, safeties coach / defensive coordinator, he's done a really good job of coming in and doing things his way, and not saying the way we've been doing things is wrong, but polishing up on tackling, how to tackle, how to getting your neck out the way, how to stay injury free. He brought a thing to us called football school, learning things that's behind the scenes of plays, of why they do this, or when will they do this, or if he lines up here, this is what you can look for, and things like that we haven't really went over in the past. So they've done a really good job of preparing us.
Tell us about your partner here, his skills as a player and as a person.
Savon, he's a one top-notch person, a great personality. great person to be around. Skill-wise, one of the best returners I've seen. Just making plays himself, slipping through holes. And like he said earlier, it's not really about him on special teams. You got 10 other guys. But at the same time, you know, once those 10 guys do their job, he still has to do his job, and he does it every time he gets that opportunity.
Okay, now you have a chance to talk about him.
I've been calling Shaq Bonner All-American even though I ain't gave it to him. That man is going to go first round. I've been saying that since I met this dude. And I see him. I witnessed him take that 100-yard pick six back on New Mexico. But, yeah, man, he a hard worker, man, a real genuine dude. And, you know, there's no faking him. He just real, and he works hard. And a lot of the guys on the team look up to him, and a lot of guys aspire to be like him. So, you know, he's contagious. His work ethic and his competitiveness is very contagious to the team. That's going to propel us forward to this season.
One other thing, and I'll ask you both, any pregame rituals you go through?
Pregame ritual, I usually just pray. I really just pray and ask God to watch over my nights, or I said my brothers, like, and be their knight in shining armor, and let no harm or any injury come towards them or me, you know, and that's what my pregame ritual, just prayer.
How about you, Shaq?
I really don't have a ritual. I would say I'm more of a calm person before the game. I don't like to be amped up. I don't want to get too big of a head or too ahead of myself. So I listen to a lot of different versions of music, but I would say, just like Savon, the one thing I do ask for is, you know, non-injuries, making sure both sides of the teams are perfectly fine, because, you know, they got families to feed as well. You know, it's all just a competitive game. You know, we're not out there to hurt anyone. So I would say I just make sure that I keep a level head, and I go out there to have fun and to make sure I stay injury-free.
I've been around here for decades with the Aggies, and the thing that I'm always amazed at, and it's great, players that are here stay friends forever. And I'm sure you probably know that, and I'm sure that's what will be the case for both of you. So it's great to talk to you, and best of luck this year.
Thank you. Appreciate you having us.
We appreciate it.